Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion,
I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P today stands for please, 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 don't prove them right. And please, 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 don't bring me to tears when adjusted. My makeup's so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me, motherfucker. Please, please, please.
Do you know that friend of the pod saw Lisa Rinna do improv last night? Not do improv, but do... Shemonology.
Where? Dynasty?
No, a place I've never heard of called... Well, I've never heard of it, so I wouldn't know the name.
Well, you know, I saw her husband...
At our Ralph's.
At the Ralph's, yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
He's really old now.
It was post-fires.
Will you move? Your sock foot cannot enter my sock foot area.
Yeah.
You know what I got?
But
I just got in the mail
One
yesterday?
second. Hold
an
on.
electric nail drill because my fungal nail is so thick. I have to drill it
You
down.
could have borrowed mine. I have one.
Well, it would give you the fungus. I don't want you
Well,
to
no,
have
because
it.
the tabs are... The drill bits are... You can throw them away.
I do get commercial grade.
Yeah. Well, that's
It's
fine.
different.
That's what everyone does. No, listen. He was in a mask because it was post-fires, so he was being responsible and...
Post fires.
And
yes.
doing just...
I've been doing that.
I haven't. But I've been checking the air quality.
You don't need to live much longer.
No.
You've had a longer life than you deserve.
I saw him, and then I saw him see me.
Harry
Do you understand? Yeah.
Yeah. What were you wearing?
So,
All black.
No. I don't do that anymore.
Were you cute?
No, I don't do that anymore.
You did at Target the other day.
Well, that was different.
And then you picked up a giant black thing and said, should I buy this too?
Hold on. My flower's coming off. Hold on.
I have to say, I said, okay, we're wearing exactly what we wore on Sloppy Seconds.
No, we're
when
not. We
recorded
changed
earlier.
completely.
But
I'm a different person.
I have to say, I love these bows in your hair.
Thank you so
matching your
much.
dress. You look so cute.
I inherited from
And what
an
does
old
this
beau.
mean?
This is the...
Aragon?
This is the,
Catherine of Aragon?
No. It's from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Aren't they called earrings?
No, this is Galadriel's thing.
I was so close.
Galadriel! You know what? I watched a 25-minute video today about one of the Hobbit holes in New Zealand. I want to go.
I would love to go. I would love to go.
They built it out. They took the actual set where they actually did it, and then they built an actual Hobbit hole, and you can go in there and see.
Okay, you said New Zealand, and I just had this thought, and now I really want to investigate this by not investigating at all, just guessing.
Yeah.
You know that hot guy that watches our shit, Daniel Zenon?
Yeah.
The beefy.
He sent you a...
Oh, he's so hot.
He sent you a video because you donated to something? Daniel Newman? Yeah.
He's
Ropes.
so hot.
Ropes.
I didn't show her. I just described it to her with pictures.
No, yeah,
and
she
video,
told me about
and
the
video.
ropes. She told me about the ropes.
Anyway, he's so hot, but his last name on social media is Zenon, and I know he's from down under, but I automatically assume it's New Zealand because he's Zenon. But I
Zenon
wonder
girl
if
of
he's
the 21st
Australia.
century?
Is he? Do you think he's Australia? And I've just been, or do you think he's Zenon New Zealand?
Here's what I'm going to say.
Where did that Newman come from? What was that? You said Newman. What was that for?
Don't know.
Oh, good. Newman!
My boyfriend, whose name is Austin, told me that one time we were talking about therapists.
I love that.
He said he had a therapist one time that called him Daniel for the whole entire session, and he didn't speak
He didn't
up.
stop him?
No, and that's sweet.
Austin.
And I said, I'm going to start calling you Daniel.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
I know that therapy can be really...
Traumatic.
Yes.
Healing.
No, but it can be really, it's scary, and it's a very vulnerable place, and I completely understand
Scarapy. Why do they call it scarapy?
a cute young boy like that being like, it's okay, they don't know my name. Like, I would have done that
He's
too.
the
I get that.
sweetest. The sweetest.
The sweetest boy I ever fucked. His name is Austin. Just kidding. I've never fucked Austin.
Have you ever fucked a Austin?
Yes, I have fucked an Austin. I just didn't know it at the time.
You didn't know that his name was Austin?
I don't know anyone's name when I'm fucking.
Much less your own.
When I'm laying there.
Speaking of laying there,
Yeah?
should we get into this episode?
Yay!
Because it's episode 3. We're finally going to see someone go home.
Can I tell y'all this? Can I tell y'all how proud I am of this one? Not only did she watch it for fun right when it came out,
I
but
did.
we just watched it again.
Yeah!
I am so... I'm not kidding you. I know I'm giving you a hard time because that's the only way I know how to show you love. But this move, despite the fires almost taking everything you own... I don't know. You moved to this new house and...
Can I tell you?
You're doing more draggy
You
stuff.
and I had a beautiful, tough love conversation. And ever since then, I just want to make sure that never happens again.
Hey, if that's the motivation, if anyone needs me to nag them,
no.
call 1-800.
In all honesty,
Girls Gone
in all honesty,
Nagging.
your true friend will tell you when you're fucking up. And that's why this one's a real one.
Can I tell you, lately you haven't been fucking up. And I am having to renegotiate my understanding of
Well,
you.
I gotta say, the move has contributed to that because I've got so much more space, not just like physically, but like mentally. And Kevin has been so sweet.
He's the best.
He made that move happen.
Yeah. He's really good at
He's
life,
so
big
good
life
at
things.
being such a good
But then he's
person.
also really bad
He's
at
just
some.
bad at showing that on.
Well, he broke your TV, and that's funny.
But he gave me his old one.
And that's good. Let's get into this episode.
Oh my gosh, episode 3.
We come back and we unpack the fact that Hormona is still there.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm with Corey King on this one. Ugh. Hormona Lisa is clearly not going to the finale. I'm sorry. There's no way in hell. And to keep her on for what? She's not good TV. I understand keeping people like Joella. Joella is, what does she call herself? A local drag icon. Obviously, you can't get rid of her.
Yeah.
But I understood why everybody was a little upset.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure when you're in the competition and you get past the first 2 episodes, you're like, what? Why hasn't anyone gone?
It was...
I understand, but I also, being a trans girly...
What?
Oh, no, I can't say that anymore. I don't want them to come for me.
Switch it up.
Being a cis girl, a cis woman who does
You're
drag.
so cis.
Being a sissy girl, woman who does drag, I feel for her, and I want her.
She got her period at 36.
I want to see her more of her.
I don't hate Hormona
Give her
Lisa.
a chance
I just don't
to show
think,
why she's there.
I don't think she's a great fit for the show, but I'm happy she's happy.
Based on the evidence so far.
I'm happy she's happy. It was funny though. She did have a very funny line. She got Joella good.
And here's the little spark of like, maybe we can see more of that.
I agree. You're
Do you
absolutely right.
understand?
I'm being unfair. You're absolutely right. I don't think she has what it takes to go all the way
I
to
think
the
you
competition.
hate trans women.
But I think... Are you ready to have this conversation?
No, remember, I don't want to have any more conversations.
Lana basically calls out Joella for saying that she didn't like her talent show.
Yeah.
Which, like, I have to be honest, Joella, you ate with that. No lies detected. Lana, you're great,
lies
but that was a
and
one-note
Lana
number.
directly asked Joella.
And exactly. She brings it up again, and Joella's like, well, we get to Rate a Queen and blah, blah, blah. And then Hormona goes, did you have to hold that wig up in the Rate a Queen too, or was it attached? And then, do you know what Joella... Everyone, put in your mind, Joella. Put it in your mind.
Yeah.
Put everything in your mind. Was her response to Hormona. Fix your mug. Now listen, Joella. I love you on my TV. And I'm not a huge fan of Hormona. However, her mug is not the problem. Your mug, however, is so brave.
My mug? It's big.
You're big. Is that an orange straw?
I
Is that
lost-
a Dunkin' Donuts straw?
I lost a straw that came with this, so I used my Dunkin' straw.
Can I tell you I lost a straw that came with one of my Bucks cups, and I don't use the cup anymore because I don't like using an unmatching straw. What is that? Autism. We find out this week is going to be a Monopoly-sponsored episode.
Oh my god. And,
so much Monopoly.
I don't know about you.
Heretic.
But I love Monopoly. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I hate it.
My family and I...
Wait, really?
Sit down by the fire, and we would set out all the pieces.
By the fire? They're very flammable.
Oh my god! And then we would go to jail and do not pass gas or whatever.
Yeah.
And so actually, I liked Clue. I made my family play Clue a lot.
Oh, Clue's fun. Clue's fun because it ends. Monopoly goes on until somebody just says, I never want to speak to any of you again.
Like Life?
I didn't like Life.
Oh, I just meant like the thing we're all experiencing.
Oh yeah, hate it. I hate that I was brought into this. I hate that I'm here. It was funny though, or it was interesting though, that everyone was so excited. They got their colors and then they got to go like pick fabric and stuff.
Oh yeah, we saw Pit Crew guy.
And I love that Lucky was like, I wish this was unconventional materials. Which is like the first time anyone's ever said that on Drag Race. Of like,
Yeah.
oh my God, all we have is fabric. That was funny at the moment until I saw the end. And then I was really sad about it.
Yeah.
We do get a close-up of Sam Starr's fingers. Now listen, I don't want to body shame. I'm not body shaming anyone.
This is just, let me just put out a disclaimer.
Okay.
Darby
Yes.
has an compulsion to take note of people's fingers.
I'm a finger person. I notice
She's a
people's
finger
fingers.
gal.
I know.
Finger gal.
Everyone I've ever met, I know they're this, I know your knuckles, and I know what your fingernails look like. And that's all I need to know. And it tells me everything I need to know about you. Okay? Sam Starr's fingernails are exactly what I expected from that demon twink. She has bit her fingernails down so that they are just nubbins in the middle of her finger. I understand that some people do that because of reasons beyond their control.
Yeah.
But as someone who, for some reason, is obsessed with people's fingers, my brother says it's because of my dad's fingers. They were so distinct. It was something that I noticed very early on as a child, and that maybe I'm fetishizing my dad's hands.
Your brother said that?
We're from Tennessee. I don't know. Sam Starr rubs me the wrong way. I'm so happy she's happy.
Well, that's just because she's a little twink, and you are also
and she
a
bites
little
her
twink.
fingernails, and she won this episode. Mm-hmm. Now, before we get into the actual runway, RuPaul comes in with the Rada Queen result.
The dossier of the Rada Queen result.
The dossier.
So things come to light. Certain things come to light that should have maybe been in the dark.
They should have staying in the dark. Now, Alexis, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Lana and Ariadne had a deal that they would both put each other first no matter what.
And they're ladies of their word.
Which was so smart because neither of them did too well in their talent show. So that actually helped them out a lot. Now, once the rest of the cast found out, they were not happy about it. Let me ask you. What do you think?
Be mad.
Yeah. I feel the same thing. Lana
mad,
goes, what do you mean it's a gag? Because someone's like, well, the only gag of any of this is that they voted for each other.
Here's the thing.
She goes, what do you mean it's a gag?
Hindsight,
it's the game.
Hindsight being 2020, if I were there and I saw that two people were playing in that way, I'd say, okay, cool. You thought you could play a game a different way.
And they did.
And they did.
And it worked.
It worked for them this time.
Oh, you're mad about it now.
No, I'm not mad. Here's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm in the middle of a scene.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I would just say to myself quietly and maybe in my talking
I'm the
head.
camera person.
Okay. I'd say, huh. And then let me do a talking head.
No, we're in the workroom still.
I know, but later in the talking head. Are you doing pepper on my titties?
Pepper on my titties, pepper on my titties. Put salt in my butt, pepper on my titties.
You're not supposed to release our new single.
Sorry.
And then I say, okay, that's fine. That's fine that they did that. Now I just know not to trust them.
Was it that big a deal?
No, but everything's a big deal.
I love Lana and Ariadne, and I thought it was a genius idea.
I do too.
Now, there were a couple funny moments. Anya got a very good one in. Anya finds out that Jules put her last. And she's like, why? And Jules goes, your runway fell short. And then Anya replies, your crotch fell short too. Which is actually not true. It fell too long. Your crotch fell long, but
it was really
it was
funny.
great. It was great.
It was funny.
I went, ah! Like that.
Should we just go to the runway?
One quick thing.
Oh, no, but then there was a bit of a...
There was a couple... Yeah. Well, there was two little moments. So Anya and Jules were working kind of close together. And Jules, it felt like, was helping Anya a lot. And Jules had these jewels as her trim. So Anya asked her, can I have these jewels?
She said, are you using this?
Jules said,
yes,
yes, I'm using these. Can I have these? No. Great. She takes them anyway later on. And Anya does say later, like, you ruched into the night. I thought you were running out of time. I didn't think you were going to use them. Sorry. I think ultimately it helped Anya a lot. Yeah. It didn't hurt Jules at all. If anything, I think it helped her, and we'll get to that on the runway. But secondly, Anya, I love you. You had no leg to stand on there. You were so wrong. You were so wrong.
Well, her name was Anya Nerve. She was getting on.
She did it. Good for you, babe. But
we
loved
you were
it. So wrong.
You
were so wrong.
Loved it.
She's like, well, you don't own any of this. And she's like, well, then why did we go over to the table and claim things for ourselves? Like, what are you talking? You asked me if you could have them. If you didn't like, I said no. What?
It was good, though.
It was great.
It was good.
And then Hormona Lisa comes in the room, and she's all butthurt because Lexi pointed out that the jewels
she tried
on
to
her
use stones on her gown that she brought from home. Did you see, actually, Joella, star of VIP, of the episode,
What a dream.
she said that in the morning she just heard them yelling.
Lexi...
Which I love Lexi.
Lexi confronted her and... I think it was Susie, maybe. Someone else also used gems that they weren't supposed to. And they just quietly moved on, whereas Hormona still kind of was butthurt about it. And that's fun to see. So let's go to the runway. Runway.
RuPaul looks lovely.
I loved that dress.
Yeah, I thought she looked beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And I liked her hair.
I gotta say, I loved what Sarah Bernhardt was wearing as well.
Sandra Bernhard.
What did I say?
Sarah Bernhard.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, she was an old actress.
Yeah.
The thing that made her fancy is she would do plays.
Fancy, yes.
In Othello or whatever. The character she played would die off stage, but she insisted on dying on stage every night in a different way.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so she got insanely famous because everyone was like, oh my God, how's she going to die tonight? It wasn't even a part of the show. And she was like, not only are you going to make it a part of the show, I'm going to do a new way every time.
Do you think she wore a pink pantsuit too?
I think so.
Wow.
And a pussy hat. I shared you something.
You taught me something about Sarah Bernhardt.
The great Sarah Bernhard.
Oh, I was thinking of Jeanette MacDonald. That's who I was thinking of.
Who's that?
She's a lyric in Judy Garland's San Francisco. I never will forget Jeanette MacDonald. So up first, according to drag.looks on Instagram, thank you drag.looks, Ariete, holy fuck.
Yeah, excuse me.
This was by far
this was the best.
winner.
This was the best.
This was crazy. This was
beautiful.
brought from home. It was gorgeous. And then my other favorite,
Lydia B. Collins.
Lydia B. fucking Collins. That butthole pissed all over that stage.
It was so good.
It's so good, and there's so much to look at, but it's not too busy. Both these first two looks, according to drag.looks, thank you drag.looks, are our favorite. Then we get into another one of my sort of favorites, Anya.
Anya.
From where she started with that dress to where she got with her stolen goods, I loved the final outcome. I think it's a high safe.
And also, like they said, she sold it.
That's what got her to the top.
Enchanting.
That's what got her to the top. Well, I think
enchanting.
they fell in love with her last week.
Yeah.
And I think in person, I bet we would have been wrapped up.
Out. She
was in.
Yeah.
Up next, we had Sam Starr.
Sam Starr. What did you think of this look that ended up winning?
I hated it for a few reasons. Number one, I'm so sick to death of that fabric, of that sequin fabric with that pattern.
Yeah, I mean,
we have seen it a million times, and I know it was a design challenge, so they didn't. I understand.
They didn't have a lot to work with.
I understand.
But it is very traditional pageant gown.
And where the skirt starts, I don't know. It just wasn't for me. It certainly was not a bottom placement, but it certainly wasn't a top placement either. That's a safe.
Would be at the Trump fashion show.
Oh, Lady Maga, she probably bought that offer.
Yeah.
Then we had Lexi Love. Now, she wanted to do this gag where instead of making a train out of the roll of fabric, she was just gonna roll the fabric off her shoulders, which is brilliant.
I liked it.
She's
just so lovable.
Yeah, like the execution on the runway was a little clunky, but honestly, she just sells it, and this is the kind of like fun surprise, yet it still sort of works, that you get from a seasoned queen. And I think a lot of these younger queens...
Yeah, and we're not going to get that. It's simple on its own. It's relatively simple, easy dress, but it fits good. She did the gag. She had her walk is incredible.
Yeah, I really liked this a lot.
Yeah.
Then we had Lana.
Lana Del Rey. Not bad. I would say safe.
Not good either. There's a thing with girls with skinny legs. That length of skirt is very difficult for people with legs like us. Either we need a mini, or we need like a midi down to the calf.
Oh, us, you, and her, not us, you, and me. Legs like that.
No, this would look great on you.
Okay.
Crystal Envy.
Crystal Envy, I loved this.
I loved this too.
So beautiful.
And I think I agree with her in Untucked. She was kind of breaking down all of like the hems and stuff. She was being a little bit of a bitch about it, but it was funny to me. And once you really get a good look at it, it is a beautifully made dress.
It's really good.
Yeah. Hormona Lisa,
Okay, even with ripping the stones off, I thought hers looked good.
She even said, like, when I ripped the stones off, there was those little, like, specks of glue. And it kind of, like, added a little dimension to it.
DIY.
Yeah, this is good.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah,
she looks like a beautiful goldfish.
Now, we have Jewel Sparkles.
Ruche Cone. Hobble skirt.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
I thought it was really cute. And I gotta say, I preferred the single gems down the side to the trim that she was so upset was taken from her. Because the one line of trim that she did have was crooked. At the bottom, did you notice? It didn't go straight down. If her idea was to take that trim that Anya took and put it down the sides instead of those individuals, I think it would have looked kind of shitty. Because this line was already crooked. What if all 3 lines were crooked?
I think...
What I'm saying is apologize, Jules.
Jules.
Anya saved you.
Your name isn't Jules Trim, okay? It's Jules Sparkles.
And you sparkled, honey. Then we had
Susie
Toot. I loved it.
Adorable.
0 notes.
Really cute.
Really cute.
Really good fit, too.
Really good fit. And I love that she made the top part of her headpiece out of, like, duct tape.
That's cool.
Corey King, my
favorite. She looks absolutely ravenous. You know what? They said they didn't like that it looked a little... She is a drag queen, though. She looks like Big Bird.
I have to be honest with you.
That's fine.
I had such a positive reaction when it came out.
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
Also, with her personality and her, at least from episode 3 of what I've seen from her, this makes sense to me. Like, it's campy, yet sort of, like, pretty, I don't know.
I want to say a few words strung together into some sentences about this.
No.
Because, last time I had some strong thoughts about the character she plays on television. And I just want to say that last time I was... terrified that my house and all my belongings were going to burn up in a fire.
Don't say that. Well, I don't think... Okay, we saw the comments about saying... Not you saying Corey King's a villain. I went back and I watched it and...
She is.
Well, no. I don't think that's the case. I think we were very fair to her, and I don't think I said anything.
Yeah, I was the one in my feelings about it. But here, you know what it is? You know what it really is? Bullies, even fun, shady, jokey ones... they trigger me, and I have a very strong reaction to it. So I'm sure she's a lovely person. I would 1,000% go to Dunkin' Donuts with her. I'm sure they treat her like royalty.
Oh, I'm sure. As someone who was here for it and someone who edited it and left it in, I thought you were just saying, like, her kind of joking, her bitchiness in the joking.
I don't like it in real life. No.
Right, and then
But it is a TV show, so that's where the disconnect is.
Yeah. On the other hand, I find her rather innocuous with all of her reads. It's more just, I don't think her drag is at the same level as her sister, Miss Plain.
Well, that's what I was saying.
And she's coming in with a similar attitude, not exactly the plain Jane. That's the whole point of what I was saying.
If you're gonna be that character, make sure you're untouchable. Not specifically Corey King, just anyone. Like, you have to be perfect if you're gonna walk around talking to people like you're perfect.
Fun to watch.
Acacia forgot.
I think it's so tragically ugly, but it is so well made.
It's a complete sentence.
It's a low
But it's not a sentence I would construct. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The heartbreak of the episode, Lucky
Stars says.
I felt her pain. We have all working drag queens at some point have felt ugly while they are in drag in front of people. Watch any of the first few years of IMH. How long have we been doing this?
19
years. Watch the first 18 years. I hated that. So
I come back next year. She's gonna hate this year. It's ever
evolving.
I hope I'm still here. It's ever evolving.
So I felt for her. Yeah. I have to say, I didn't mind the garment. The skirt was kind of fun. I get that it wasn't finished, but you could tell she's not used to painting her face like a girly. This did feel like early Drag Race, and I don't know, my heart just broke for her.
Me too.
Then we had Joella. Now my heart cannot break for her because she loves everything that she does. I have to tell you this, not for the runway, no, but in a bar, I'd love to see someone wearing that.
Well, you would see someone wearing that and you wouldn't think twice about it in a bar, for sure.
Right. I guess when I think of Joella, we're from LA. I think iconic, I think fashion, I think opulence. It's just, sorry, if you don't live in LA, you don't understand. That's how we know her.
If Acacia was a sentence, this is Wingdings.
Can you read Wingdings out loud?
Yeah.
What does it sound like?
Oh,
We go backstage to Untucked. Speaking of Joella, we do get one of the best moments of any Untucked ever.
Probably.
Joella breaks down. She starts crying and she says, I'm so embarrassed and I'm scared for the girls back home to see this because in LA, I'm known for my looks. I'm known to be opulent. They cut to everyone going, the fuck? I didn't write down exactly what she says, but then she references the fact that, like, well, you know, like when an icon of local drag goes on TV, people have certain expectations. I don't know who she's been talking to. I don't know who's been telling her these things, but ma'am, they are correct. That's how everyone in LA talks about you. You are opulent as fuck. Don't let anyone get you down. Now, I have seen on Twitter, she's playing into it a little, so I hope that's real. Like, I hope she's playing into it, and I hope it's not, she actually thinks that everyone's being haters. Like, I hope that she's trolling herself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I hope she's in on the joke. But if she's not,
jokella.
It's hilarious. And I love how mad she makes Meatball. So I hope she goes the whole way.
You're a hater.
The whole way. It was funny, too. So, you know, this year they have the little camera set up in front of one of the back mirrors. So they can go and do, like, a final little message and Untucked. And Joella's like, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it. And, you know,
I do two things. Eat and perform.
I eat and perform. And then
Same.
As she walks away, she turns to the camera and she goes, I will see y'all next week.
When she went into Lucky Stars' and she goes, how you feeling? I'm going to be honest. I feel really confident I'm going to be here next week. That was the part that gagged me because it was like
and
straight up
right.
telling stuff. That's the gag of it.
That's the gag.
Is that she was correct.
We were not sure until the lip sync started. I felt, oh, sorry. Sam Starr wins. Congrats.
I think there were
wrong
chicer choices to pick.
But the bottom two, Joella and Lucky. Lucky tried to do a move where she, like, I don't know if she was doing the splits or she was going down. Okay, so she went down and her shoes went plop plop. And the minute she lost the shoes, she lost the lip sync.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any recovering from that.
Well, I think she was losing the minute she came out.
Yeah, it was a bummer. So, unfortunately, the pork chop of the season
makes no sense. I think there should have been some grace for her because of what she did last week. I think she got overlooked in the talent show. It didn't make sense that she left.
Hormona should have stayed gone, number one. Number two, if we're talking about how they can perform and how they have performed in the competition, Joella should have gone and Lucky should have stayed.
Yeah.
But as far as TV goes, I want more Joella.
Well,
because she's delusional to a degree we haven't seen.
Lucky did get the chance to pull and dunk Michelle, but didn't work this time.
Wow. She must have pulled the wrong lever instead of the producers deciding not to save her.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you enjoyed that, hit that subscribe button. Of course, the notification bell.
Join us at Patreon at patreon.com/IMHOtheSHOW.
We're both on Cameo. What?
Yeah, you can do a Cameo too by go to IMHOtheSHOW.com.
Also, all of our merch is at dragmerch.com.
And you can check our new podcast out anywhere podcasts are. In My Homosexual Opinion, the podcast.
Every Thursday.
Woo!
Goodbye. We did it, girly. We did it, girly. Oh no, I forgot to ask Patreon their thoughts. God, we've been so busy.
Do you want to do that mind game where we try to say the same word?
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Okay, ready?
Well, you have to set it up.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my gosh, hi.
It's Credits Chat Alexis and Credits Chat Darby.
Hi.
And for today's Credits Chat, we're going to play a game called Mind Meld.
We did this before, right? Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm going to count to three. We're going to count to three.
Okay.
And then we're going to say a word. And we're going to try and whittle it down to the same exact word. Okay? So, ready? 1, 2, 3. Come. Book and come.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Porn.
Romance novel.
Oh, fuck.
Romance novel, porn. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Kama
Erotica.
Sutra.
We got so close. And by that, I mean we just did sex stuff. Okay, let's do another one.
We have to keep going.
Oh, I thought you only did it 3 times.
No,
and then you
bitch.
lose.
We have to do it until we get it.
Oh, okay. What was the last 2?
Kama Sutra and erotica. 1, 2, 3. Madonna.
Madonna and Suck It. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
The
Evita.
Book of Sex.
Okay.
How did you get to Evita? Madonna
sucked
and
it.
Sucky. She had a book called The Book of Sex. It was like really popular.
Oh, see, I was doing Evita.
Oh, because she sucked her husband?
Probably.
Okay.
I hope so.
Okay, so now we're at Evita and Book of Sex. Okay. 1,
2, 3. Musical
Argentina.
theater.
Oh, God. Fuck me with an apple.
Okay, let's do a new one.
Well, I don't know. I feel like we were getting so far away that we're going to circle back around.
Let's do a new one. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just going to pick a random word. 1, 2, 3.
Puppy.
Vampire. Vampire puppy?
Vampire puppy.
Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3.
Frankendog. Okay.
True Blood and Frankendog?
I don't know that we are meant to do this.
Is Frankendog a real thing?
Yeah. It's a movie.
Oh.
It's,
it's not Frankenweenie?
Maybe it's Frankenweenie. Wait, no. Hang on.
I don't think Frankendog is a real movie.
Okay, first of all, it rolls off the tongue.
No, it doesn't.
From The Corpse Bride, right? Or Night Before
No,
Christmas.
that's Frankenweenie.
It says Frankendog. The Frankendog is a small... Oh, no, wait. That's something else. Oh, that's from Among Us. Oh! Sorry. Frankenweenie, you were right.
Okay, we're not doing this anymore.
Okay, never mind.
I'll tell you what. I have an idea. I thought if I said it, I would have one by the end of that sentence.
You know what? We're tired of promoting everyone else's products. Thank you so much for using surfshark.com/IMHO at the link. Thank you so much. But we should promote ourselves. Let's talk about IMHO, the podcast, out every Thursday.
Yes!
Now, a couple things. Number one, we have, by the time this comes out, probably our newest episode with Meatball will be out. So she's our first guest.
Yes, we have our first guest, and we chose friend of the pod, Meatball.
We did because when we moved to LA, she was the first person to book both of us individually and together.
Yeah.
And then she booked us for Fat Slut next month without telling us, and I'm excited. Hey, I'll do it.
That's
I don't give
you
a
coded.
fuck. Every episode, by the way, will contain a Patreon-only section at the end of every episode.
Yeah.
So,
and you don't have to go anywhere else. It's on our YouTube channel.
Hell yeah.
If you want to just listen to the podcast portion, you can do so wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, but if you want to see us, and you want extra stuff,
Yeah.
you go to our Patreon for that.
And this is not going anywhere. We're still going to review Drag Race.
Oh, hell yeah, baby. We are committed.
We actually have, can I say about Can?
Yeah.
We have an ultimate Canada roundup finish up where we finished season 5 at Canada.
We filmed it already.
For like 9 hours.
We already filmed it. Yeah. So we have a Canada season 5 wrap
It's coming at some point.
We're trying to get all of these out at the same time. But I have to say, I'm so thankful that we have this new project. Not because I love doing this, but there's something about I get to go to a studio. I don't have to set up anything.
She does have to set up a lot.
We can talk and then we leave. And that's it.
Yeah.
And then we have to edit it. But we can have guests.
We can have chairs.
We're filming with a special guest tomorrow.
We're filming with a very
Thursday.
special guest on Thursday with a very special guest.
We've got a few special guests. I will say a few Drag Race girls have reached out that I've never talked to. Thank you. Any other Drag Race, Dragula, Camp...
Housewives. Anyone.
Yeah, reach out.
Can be a guest. And
well, not anyone.
Okay.
Anyone. We do need to be a fan of yours in some way.
This is a fun.
What?
3 dream guests for our pod.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
I think you might say this, but I want Cola Scola.
Oh, that was my number one.
Okay, you could say... Never mind.
No. We could share it.
Okay.
We'll share them. They're the ultimate dream. And then
they're the top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
So... Next, let's see.
For you, Matt Rogers.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Yeah.
Honestly, any of the Las Culturistas, Matt Rogers or Bowen Yang.
Who would I want? And not...
They don't know who we are yet.
And not including... I did their show.
They don't know who I am.
Not including people we've already, done shows with. Obviously, we want to have Shez and, everyone we've had before on the show.
Yeah.
I would love to have Brittany Broski on.
I would love to have Brittany Broski on. She's so funny.
I just think we'd vibe.
You and her would definitely vibe.
I think I would get
too nervous. I think I would get too nervous.
That's when I punch down, when I feel your weakness.
Yeah.
Okay, and then bottom rung.
Okay.
So that was 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, there's so many.
There's so
Can I be honest?
I
think we need to have Karen in Georgia.
I think they're too big for us. I don't think they would do it, but
I think they would.
Die.
I think they would because
would
Karen's a
die.
Valley girl. So
I would
we know
die.
she's near the studio. And they were both our intro to like really
Podcasting.
loving podcasts.
Yeah. I think I would die. We do
Then
get
we definitely
so many
have to have them
death
on.
stories.
I would love you to be dead. Oh, say that. Okay. Oh, wait. No, I say it. Okay.
Darby, yeah, as you all know, death equals lady, right?
Death equals lady. I love hearing about how people die.
And she's also seen a lot of dead bodies in her time. So we talked about it on the podcast. We opened up the email, IMHOthePodcast@gmail.com, where you can write your stories, questions, quandaries. We have so many death stories, dead body stories.
Super dead.
I haven't even gotten to like get through them.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I can't. Sorry for your loss, but also so glad you lost them. I'm so happy to hear it.
Yeah.
If you have a death story, send it to IMHOthePodcast@gmail. I'm obsessed. Overall, though, I'm just really happy that we have.
I'm excited.
Opportunities.
We get to do something new.
And I also love Studio 71. I must say, has been so kind and they have given us so much control. I love that we can do Patreon stuff, like exclusive Patreon. Like we can keep our
it in the
stuff
family.
going. It's
and
all
we can,
we put everything on our own
bonus.
channel, and it's just it just feels like we're adding a little extra stuff, especially for people who maybe don't watch Drag Race anymore. Now you can just watch the podcast instead. Well, watch this too. We do need the ad revenue. Thank you so much. All right, we love you. Goodbye.